just so horrible to see. The rioters were smashing the windows of the Democratic headquarters, spray painting swear words aimed at President Joe Biden. Let's bring in our panel once again, our panel of co-hosts to discuss this. Stacy, I'd like to start with you. I remember back when President Biden said in one of the debates that Antifa was just an idea. Do you think that they'll stick with that?
No, I'm wondering why they don't arrest people. The minute a projectile comes out of your hand, why are you not being arrested? I can't imagine being pulled over by the police, taking a water bottle that's in my car and hurling it at the police officer outside of my car, and then driving away without actually having anything happen to me. These people have been given so much room to destroy, to quote the former mayor of Baltimore. So what I want to see here is for a return to law and order. All of this action was supposed to be for the Democrats to effectively overturn the White House, and they've done that. They now have their guy installed. They have all three branches of government. Why are the people of Portland, you can see suburban homes in this clip, why are they still putting up with this drama at night? Why are these individuals walking and roaming the streets and making noise? They say they're angry about the Democrats electing Joe Biden. So in other words, they can't be satisfied. They hated Trump. They hate Biden, and they want to destroy. They should be arrested and prosecuted. And I'm tired of this, and I don't understand why people aren't saying that Democrats need to be tarred and feathered because of this behavior, the same way they said about us as Republicans when a small, tiny group of people wreaked havoc and rioted at the Capitol building. They sent in 25,000 troops. Now they should send those same 25,000 troops here.
That's a valid point. Bill, what is your answer to that?
Well, listen, I think this does throw some cold water on the fact that Antifa and the Democratic Party were somehow in cahoots. It turned on them, at least, if that was even a theory. I think Biden has been fairly forceful in denouncing this violence, and it wasn't just at the Capitol. It's been going on since May.
But he said that it was just an idea. Do you remember? Do you remember when President Biden, when he was running for office, in the debate where he said that Antifa was just an idea?
Listen, I think the concept of what Antifa is or isn't, I don't even know who these people are. I'm not sure they know who they are that are out breaking the law. I do remember when he said that protesting brutality is right and necessary, but it's an utterly American response. Burning down communities and needless destruction is not. That was on May 31st. That was after these violent riots started. And we do need a return to law and order. This isn't about Democrat or Republican. This is about anarchy. These people don't want any government. They don't want Trump. They don't want Biden. They don't want democracy. So this is a law enforcement problem. To some extent, it's a local and state one, but we've seen these types of protests go on in our nation's capital, in other capitals, around the states, and this may need more of a response from a federal level, but it requires leadership at every level of government.
Yeah, Caroline, what do you think? I mean, I look at this and I think back to all of the riots and people who have lost their businesses and jobs in these riots, businesses burned down, and how it's become accepted behavior.
Yeah, well, my first question is, Bill, if Biden has been so forceful in denouncing this, then why in the latest round have I not seen a statement or a tweet or anything from Biden and his administration condemning the recent round of violence? So that's question number one. Question number two is Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, going to tweet out this time that people should donate to the bail funds of these rioters like she did this past summer? Is that going to happen? But there's a story that's being underreported that's coming out of Seattle, that the original Starbucks in Seattle was smashed by Antifa. Now, you'll remember over the summer, Starbucks is one of many corporations that put out fluffy PR statements, donated a lot of money to social justice causes, all in hopes of avoiding the wrath of the mob. And this is where the story, I mean, just chef's kiss, you can't write this stuff, is now Antifa destroys the original Starbucks. There is no reasoning with these people. There is no appeasing them. All they understand is violence and anarchy, rioting, looting businesses, committing acts of violence, burning the flag. This is a Tuesday for these people. And the only useful thing that Antifa does for society is expose who the spineless public servants and leaders are who would rather cower to the mob than stand up for something as basic and worthwhile as law and order.
Yeah,
that's it.
Bob, where do you expect President Biden to go with this?
I think that's the $64,000, $64 million, $64 billion question. I think, why don't we do this, Heather? Why don't we take a break, come back, and continue the conversation? Because I think a lot of us look at what's going on right now, and we're just shaking our head when we see this. I'd like to get your thoughts also on it, Heather, and we'll be back with more of American Agenda after this.